So, anyway, happy Good Friday, and need a little tour, a little update here. It's going to be a little bit different one because we actually just came back from visiting my relatives and for Easter yesterday. So we got very limited days here, so while I'm on vacation. So, quick thing. I got something to show you just so I can brag. I bought 2 of these bad boys. And what you're looking at is not 1, not 2, not even 5, but a 10-pound bag of beef jerky. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. 10 pounds. And we got 2 of them in that, and so... Now we're going to be starting over here, and excuse our mess and that, but we got a lot of them. So our vac seals and that, we got started doing some here. Got some of our seeds going here, and what we have here are, oh boy, I'm burning up a lot of seeds, so we are going to have reapers, lemon habanero. I didn't get a chance to grow these last year. Total eclipse space pepper. Ghost pepper, pasilla bajillo, hot pepper, whatever that is, we'll find out hopefully, and orange habanero. And then over on this one we just started a couple days ago is poblano, chocolate Trinidad scorpions from my own personal stock, and the big Thai hybrid, and purple tomatillo. That's going to be interesting if it goes out pretty good. So anyway... And down here, my loving wife had her loofah squash, and we got a couple different kinds of squashes going. And this bad boy, I'm curious to see because we're molting around in the wooded area up by us as we're cleaning out this year, and we decided to, we found an old spaghetti squash that we got at a farmer's market. So at any rate, long story short, we, did not get a chance to, what is it, it didn't decompose, but the seeds started going, so I grabbed the kids here quick and said, hey, let's, see if we can get anything out of here. So with any luck, we'll have some spaghetti squash come. That was awesome to begin with because we ate a couple from the farmer's market last year. So anyway, giving a little update right here. I did put some photos up last week, and didn't get a chance. It's still cold. It's supposed to get warmer today, so we'll be doing some more work today. But right now it's 38 degrees in Wisconsin. Salud. And give you a little update of some of where the other one was. And I know it kind of stinks because I didn't even get the other video posted up to YouTube yet. So hence, this and my other social media site, my preferred one, MeWe, will be a little bit late. So please bear with me. And aside of that, aside of this, I also am putting a Good Friday message in. Now, I know some of the people who watch my videos aren't Christian, and they have their things against the church and whatever. Well, hey, that's between you and God, and after careful consideration, I really don't care. My video don't like and make an atheist gardening video. I don't care. So that's between you and your creator or lack thereof. I'm just a messenger, so don't shoot me. Take it up with him. You're probably not going to win. So, anyway, what we did aside of that, these are the remnants. We canned 56 jars of asparagus, and we got about 10 pounds done in the dehydrator. And I got a little thing from, I wish I could remember her name. She sent a comment on, take all the woody ends and dehydrate or freeze dry and powder them. I don't have a freeze dryer, so I might have to really try dehydrating, but out of 56 pounds of asparagus, that is what's left of the woody ends. And yeah, honestly, you're just gonna go feed them to the chickens and all that, but we'll get there. So anyway, so right here I'm gonna show off how far we got right now on our bountiful harvest. It was originally shot for 20, and we decided to add 9 more and maximize it for 29 harvest planters. Each of these have a little fill hole right here. It'll hold 3 gallons of water. So put your plants in, mulch these bad boys, and we'll be all ready. And we had 3 planters of 7 plants last year of really crappy soil, and we had 18-foot loofah plants. So this is my wife's baby right here. We're going to have 3 to 4 plants, and each are up to 21 or 28 plants of loofahs if they grow. And we already got our trellis started set up right here. I got to secure it a little more. And it looks like I'm going to have to buy another one over here too as well to get that up. And last year, from down there, you see right here inside the pergola, they all went all over here. These are the same planters as last year when we had the 8-foot cherry tomatoes as well. And I got these right here, and these are a nice one at Menards. And the thing is with these, is if you look careful right here, these things will have these little locking clips like this that come with it. You put it here, it'll gladly lock them all together. This actually just got done withstanding a 55-mile-an-hour wind the day I put this up, and did not move an inch. So yeah, so we got these, and let's sneak the wife's tulips down here that she bought for right now. And what we did is too, at the Dollar Tree, I highly doubt you're gonna find them, but they did have these garden towers in that last year, and a couple last pretty good. So this whole shelving right here, by the time it's said and done, we are going to have about 15 towers with 12 to 16 plants in each. So again, we just finish here and there. We're just going to get a little light for my soulmate's tulips and get it out here so they can enjoy the sun and actually get some normal weather for once. So there's my other little one there. And anyway, so what we did is we got 2 of our lifetime storage units together. We got this sitting area put together, and this is our new outdoor cooking area that we finally got done with. It's not quite finished, but the majority is. Double burner for canning and cooking here. Got our smoker here, and this one will handle about 8 to 10 chickens at a crack. Some nice little love seats. Another project we're going to have is redo the chicken coop. As you can see, this is a Fleet Farm prefab one, and it served its purpose. These do not last. Oh yeah, they're sitting there fighting over the nesting box again. We got 3 of them in there. A nosy one there. Yep. Yeah, so do we? Yeah, 3 of them in there. Okay. So we got 3 in there, and most likely we're going to build a whole new coop right there. That lifetime box right there will probably hold about, we got them in Costco's, they're probably about 200 regular in that, and that will hold probably about 3 to 4 months feed alone right there. So getting there, and Oh yeah, they're live. There's 3 of them in there too, hon.
Okay.
3 of them fighting over the nesting box because there's only 5 empty ones. So and the next thing we're going to be doing is kind of straightening up this fence. It's a mess right here after all we've been doing in that, but oh well. We had the 8 full pallets. You can see we've taken that down quite a bit to move some topsoil. They were cheap, but at the same time, with the cold weather here, we've had so much that we really couldn't we couldn't really move too many at a time in that because, well, they're frozen together. So now we got to go here and what the heck? What the heck? We gotta get someone playing with the old chicken feathers or whatever down here. Oh well. So anyway, take it down here and see some of the cleanups we have. This is the bad part because right now it's like we're right in the middle of cleanups and all that. So car repair, and this is actually all the scrap metal. I had enough with everything and storing it. Nah, it's gone. So when we get time, we're gonna take that to recyclers. This is actually an old dog crate right here too. We can actually keep this in case we have sick chicken. You can kind of segregate them. Like a homemade roost. But yeah, right here's roughly what's left of the potting soil. And I can pretty much guarantee all but at least these 2 pallets and probably this one will go for what's left up at the garden. And we will be putting a couple Japanese magnolia trees bushes up soon. So weather permits, we got 2 of them in the garage. And this bed's going to be updated. As you can see, we do have some tulips coming up right now and then, or daylilies or other stuff she planted. And yeah, like I said, it's a construction zone around here, but it's progress. And we'll get there. We'll be adding a lot more, and I think we're going to have a lot more soil than this in here, and that's okay. We got it. We got a good deal over $8 bags, and we got for 93 cents. I would have blew about 2 days vacation moving them myself, so $90. Someone was willing to come and deliver them. Had no issues. So anyway, up on this side, we're going to show you the work, what we've been doing on the greenhouse. If you look up in the distance, you can see our shed and a shelter logic tent there. That lasted the entire winter. And this is going to actually kind of act twofold because this thing is so easy to get trashed in the winter over high winds and everything to lift up. So got this fencing down here. And this is what I did up there and it worked fine. Or encapsulating the entire thing around with fencing. And then putting a cover around it. And this will form a great barrier against the snow and hold it. Make it so it ain't going anywhere. Probably add a couple 100 pounds of weight to it. So we won't have to worry about it. I will have to redesign the wrap and the door. So I may take the original doors on the end and do something with that. Just to go around the sides and the top. Take about 2 50-foot rolls, so it was about $80 purchase there. And then out here, we started planting some of our lettuce and that, and microgreens and that, so have some come up here. And what was really an awesome surprise this year, I have to say, outside the chives coming back. Nobody thought the chives were going to come back, and they did. And you see, they just planted some in some containers. They ain't gonna survive. They're not in the ground. Well, anyway, I was really surprised because here they are, coming back fine. And this right here, you can already see our chives coming back here as it is. You look real close, you got some new ones coming here, some bigger ones here, and this bad boy here is going to be the real fun thing. Oh boy. Yeah, this is one of those wild blackberry ones. Yeah, it's edible. It's also invasive as all get out, and this thing is actually shooting out of the bricks. I don't know how it got there, where it came. It was never in there. So, what we're hopefully going to do is very little left to clean up and check and see if this hose is good. If it isn't, it's all here. And these bricks off marked by the property line, and we actually have pretty awesome neighbors. So it's just out of respect for their property. So it's the back of the shed here. We cleared this off and to make a little bit more room, and possibly have to have it out to here and off a little bit. We do have another 4.5 by 4.5 foot shed we bought, and time consuming. I'm going to have to knock this down, which shouldn't be too bad. Just knock it out and get some room. Maybe finish fence this in, because the only way back here then on our property through the rear of the shed, to see what's all growing in this compost pile. And try and kill a few more things. This is how far we got on the soil so far. Actually, kids, I had to bribe them to do it. Our apple trees are still alive and they're doing good, but they're not doing as good as I'd like to. But they are getting buds on. This was one of our major purchases, a gorilla cart as well. And what's nice about this is you just kind of take the handle right here, hold it open, and right there, and it will dump. Very easy to put together, nothing major. We could use something a little bit better, but I didn't want a chance of going around in the garden here. And we started collecting for our next major bonfire if the wind ever gets down. Very dry here, and it's about 20 to 25 miles per hour, so any given day, so it's really not doing too good. We started cleaning up and outlining some of the stuff in the wife's new flower garden area. We are going to reseed it, and wow, she has some signs of life coming back right there, all over some daylilies. In turn, we moved another seeding area up here. Whether or not it's going to be permanent, we don't know. We have plans for this area back here as well, but I'm unsure. And all down here, she planted some more flowers that are going to serve as pollinators, and climb the fence. So I'm probably going to redo a little bit more on the fence here, but that's okay. I got big shoulders. And if not, she's got a good insurance policy. The shelter logic was what I was talking about by doing them. We kept the snow out. This is all winter that the snow is kept out. And I'm going to let you peek inside here. You kind of see up there on the roof. That's the same fencing right there. And this actually was just on the roof. This is not on the sides. So Yeah, like I said, it's a mess here. I got a couple wood piles started. More here. This was the area last year that we all knocked down into a flat area, and you can see what we can all do here. I'd love to show off the lilac bush I bought the wife last year. However, we just happened to have it. I haven't taken it off yet, I don't think. So I'm double check with the weather tomorrow. You can ignore our hold. We got a lot of work to do up here, but we already got some good starting on here. Right here, it's a nice color and growth on our raspberry bushes, and prepared the 1 4x6 area garden. I rototilled and just about killed my hands right there putting with our tiller doing the main garden right there. You can see from the last videos and that too, I repaired our other stuff in that too. These right here were 3-foot tall peach trees 3 years ago, which was about the size of that chair right there, and now they're towering about 7 to 8 feet right there. So you do have good growth on there coming, and oh yeah, I think we got a few starting to blossom. So I did make it past some of the crappy weather. Unfortunately, we had a small freeze here. Not too bad though. And that same fencing I put on the greenhouse, by the way, and all around this garden is all the same stuff, including the trellises here. I did use these really crappy plastic coated metal poles, and this is one of them that snapped. So I'll tell you what, through 55-mile-an-hour winds, just one of these metal ones on right here for $1.50 held. And yeah, I know we have a lot held together by cable ties, but hey, who cares? It works. So we're going to be adding soil to this bed, this and the other 6x20 bed, and our 30-foot horseshoe bed over here, and probably some over here. These were actually wild raspberry vines from a friend of ours that we transplanted. It's nice to see. It's got a nice color coming back to life. Some of our herbs from last year are starting to come back. Got a nice pile of mint down there. Some sage back, or other mint back here. I'm still hoping our pineapple sage comes back there. I highly doubt it. If not, well, we're going to pull it out. And over here in the kids' tires, I believe we planted some dill. So you have to get up here and water, and we can take care of a few other things too in that. So, and this was our original greenhouse here where we put the fence, and it's where all the pole beans go. So we did get a little lucky, and we, we're blessed. Yeah, I wasn't amused at smelling the chicken poo over here when we tilled it up, but yeah, we got some of our asparagus coming back. And right down here, woohoo! This is our baby rhubarb that we transplanted last year. We got a couple of them coming up. I think it's a wildlife somewhere over here. And do a massive cleaning, but even in a raised bed, we did have strawberries coming through. We do have a little collection of small statuary just for aesthetics around here and that as well, but we'll get to it. As you can see right here, yes. So, God has been good. Prove me wrong that he doesn't have nothing to do with this stuff. That grapevine's starting to look good and it's got some new growth on there. And these are iffy. I'm not going to know until we get leaves on there But like right here, for example, our cherry trees are really jumping out night. That right here too. This last week, these were not out as much. They're already pushing about an inch to the branch, coming right out. So these have a lot of shoots coming out. So, but cherry trees too also tend to love the cold weather too. So that's not too bad right here. Wow. Yep. Wow, this is really something. These trees are really going to town. And in here, don't see any up yet, but we really haven't had a chance of water. Has part of freeze. These two we have seeded and haven't done anything yet with them for daikon radishes. And we will be putting the Chinese asparagus beans over this trellis. And these were the pear trees we got last year. What's good with a lot of these two is we're not going to have to worry about too much about babying too much anymore. And this is probably our best grapevine right here out of all of them. We've got trained on 3 different levels, secure. And this is the hardest thing because you really got to baby these things to sit there and train them a little at a time. This one I have put on 4 times against the wire in hopes that it would stay. But it is what it is. So all we can do is just kind of like hit the thing right here. Try and aim up a little bit. And just hope that it stays right there long enough for vines to shoot on and grab. So right here, I'm unsure what we're going to put. It's most likely going to be a lot of gourds and squash. Some smaller green pumpkins. And we did have asparagus, small bunch growing back here, which is basically dead. Here you got some horseradish leaf coming there. And this is awesome right here already. Look at this. This is our big rhubarb patch is all coming up really nice. Little red stalks starting right there. So, yeah. So we did get the fence repair right there. I gotta obviously do a little bit better job, but it's better than nothing. My goal first at any given time is functionality over aesthetics first. I'm here to feed my family. And did pretty good on here last year. So, but then we also only utilized about half of it. Their ignorance, being our first year and experience, whatever, don't matter. But we want to go along the lines of permaculture here too, to an extent. While we have food, we want to do to keep clean, to keep the family. We also want to self-replenish. So it's a work in progress. This is a work that goes multi-year. Does not stop. And it's not so much in our time, but in his time. You know, for people who don't realize I am a Christian, okay, well, I'll tell you what. Whether or not you think I'm a good Christian or a bad Christian, it's your opinion, but to be quite honest, it's really not up to your judgment, it's up to his. So, wish you best of luck at that. But anyway, one thing that we have, and I gotta stress it's totally important to our garden, is the fact that we don't regard this as our property. It's not my property through marriage. It's not my wife's property. It never was. It was God's property. And Bible speaks about having a prayer closet, having a part of your home to dedicate to the Lord and for worship. And there's so many people with much bigger stuff than us and much better stuff. And they just will make some excuse like, I don't have time. You know what blows my mind too is before you see this whole garden right here. I'm going to give you a quick panoramic shot of it. And please look good. I mean, it was a lot of work. Not our work. Not in the least. This land is on loan from God. It's just something we're put in charge of to make the best of. I don't want to be the wicked servant who sat there and was told, was damned because he was given one gold coin, hid it, so no one would take it, but never increased anything. At least the evil ones made an effort to make a profit. Whether it's right or wrong, yeah, that's up to you. But being good stewards. Now, the whole thing with that garden shot, we're showing the whole thing, because that wasn't the first thing when we first got together and married. This whole thing right here, this was still a field open wide and no fence around. This right here, there will never be nothing growing here. Just enough for a place for the family to sit down and worship. And I thank God for this every day, and I'll tell you why. Because even though with our chickens, with our gardening, and with everything that we've learned, there's no way in heck you are going to tell me that we did this on our own. We were being very conservative, saying, oh, we wanted a 300-pound harvest last year. And you know what happened? Probably close to 1,200. Our plants bloomed. And this is really crappy soil in a lot of this place. Really crappy soil. They had two amateurs as a couple building this thing during a pandemic. And we got quadruple of what we shot for, utilizing about half the garden. None of it to its potential. Looking back. So, to me, if you want to know a good secret for gardening, involve God. That space right there is probably, it's 4 by 5 feet. Wow. 4 by 5 square feet. And that's all you gotta dedicate to the Lord. And that's not even giving him close to his due. That's amazing. And you can get that. Something else that's amazing. Right next to that, those strawberries I showed you right next to that area. Okay, you want some thing to see. This right here. There's no reason, according to anybody, that plants should survive uncovered. Through how many frosts after winter? And heating up and growing. Right around the prayer area. 2, 3, 4. I'll bet you there's 45 plants in each of these things. Now, you want to talk about a resurrection message? I'm sorry, man. There's no way. According to all gardeners that I've read, and by all means of everyone, quote unquote, professional growers and farmers, so to speak, that's what happens. Right next to the prayer area on both sides. Wow. Figure that out. Okay, if you got a scientific reason for it, please share. Okay, because I tend to believe that God will bless it a little bit better. Same thing here last year. This is after we added the manure. Look how crappy that soil looks. And being steward of God's land instead of calling it ours, giving him the glory. Let's see. Managed to spring 8-foot tomatoes out of there. So, and again, and like I said, I'm not going to condemn people. We're commanded to be messengers, not to save. And as Christians, we don't always do that the best. And that's okay. So before everybody gets, so for my non-Christian people, I gotta say this. People ask a lot of times have asked me in the past, well, why are you going to heaven and why aren't other people? And I'll give you that answer right now. I'm going because I'm forgiven. There ain't any other reason. If I'm going by my works, I'm in deep chicken poo. I'll tell you that right now. If I got to get into heaven because of my works and my deeds, I am in deep yogurt. So just remember that. I'm going to tell you what to believe, what not to believe. I'll tell you this is what God does to a family. 2 broken families who decide to follow what they're supposed to do is rewarded with in a pandemic. You can talk about some amazing grace and why we prevailed and not anyone else and the other people didn't. You take all this. Think this is our work? This isn't our work. This is what God given us. He commands us to be stewards of what's given. And it's not just to money. It's to time. It's to what you have, your resources, what you can do with it. We could have let this field grow and sat there and watched TV, and they'd be the same person as a guy who took a penny from his master and hid it because he didn't want anyone to steal and he didn't know what to do with it. Well, I didn't know what to do with a lot of stuff in my life, but I'll tell you what. He shows you. He'll tell you what to do if you listen, if you're willing to listen. How you do it for the most part is up to you. So, am I proud of what we've accomplished as a family? Yes. Am I proud of my family and everything? Yes. Was it our work or his? Do we deserve the credit or does he? Yeah, well, there's a good question for you. He not only gave us the strength, he gave us the means, gave us the time, and asked so little. So, whether or not you guys all think I'm getting preachy on you, again, I thought about this, and after a little consideration, I really don't care. This is his days. This is his day, man, okay? This is the Lord's day. We can take, even the non-believers get a day off on the Lord's day. And are being blessed with at least a paid day without even believing. And realistically, those people can't take 10 seconds. It's bad enough, but those people who profess to be in the church can't take any time to sit there and acknowledge our Lord. Well, I can't do that, nothing for you. All I can do is tell you what He did for us, what He's given us in strength and in resources, and most of all, for Him to humble my sorry rear end and say, hey, there you go, you're just a steward. You don't own nothing. So again, take it for what it's worth. When I showed you those strawberries, I ain't to brag. That's right there. So many times I hear from people, physical evidence. Where's the proof of God? Well, I'm going to tell you something. I just showed you our prayer area. I just showed you in every instance. There's no way any expert will tell you why those strawberries are blooming. We just got down 2 days of hard frost, no covering. They're still kicking, no problem. I'm not gonna. There's a lot more signs of life that shouldn't be right there. So you come to your own conclusions. But I'll tell you something right now. It's just like it says in the book. Hey, do what you will, but hey, as for my house, we shall serve the Lord. So I really hope everybody takes in consideration Good Friday, and if you can get to church, fine. If you can't, fine. But take a couple minutes out of your time and think why we're not at work today. And the final note is, it's like that best thing I can say to people who don't believe or don't want to believe or whatever, that's up to you. But in 3 days from now, we will be celebrating His resurrection, okay? So, in a way, you really might want to consider where you stand with Him. And I will tell you straight up, if you have a hard time saying big names in a Bible, that's fine, dandy. You can download audio Bibles, start to finish, free of charge if you want. And it's 72 hours of your life. So do what you want, but, I would really hate to shuffle off this mortal coil and explain to the Almighty and our Savior why I could not have taken 72 hours of my life out to at least listen to His word. So, again, whether or not you think I'm a model Christian, I'm praise God that it's His opinion that counts, not anyone else's. And I don't care how pious you are, you're not gonna know. No one's gonna know who's saved and who's not at the end of the lifetime until we see each other on the other side. So, you want a good ministry, worry about yourself. It's gonna be a full-time job. So, at any rate, again, I wish everybody a good Friday and good Resurrection Sunday. That's about all I have to say. Is thanks for joining with me. Any comments are appreciated. You can send me love mail. You can send me hate mail. You can threaten to lynch me. Sorry, He's taken care of me so far in many years where I haven't deserved it, and a couple times recently I probably didn't deserve it. So I'm gonna have to go with Him. So God bless everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.